Marcel, obviously you guys were put in some bad situations the other day, but I know you guys kind of take pride in standing up in those situations.
Right.
What kind of went wrong defensively for you guys in that game?
Not holding them to field goals. We had on the second drive of the game. I think we made them punt on the first drive, and then the second drive we had them in 3rd and 16, and they had a long run, and so that's one play I wish I had back. Or we could have had them punt there and had our offense had the ball, in some better position on our behalf. But I don't know. It came down to us. I thought, when you get the ball there, the whole goal is obviously you want to try to get the ball back to your offense or hold them to field goals, and we didn't do that.
That 3rd and long has been a little bit of a theme this year. It seems like when a team makes a big play against you guys, for whatever reason, it's 3rd and long when it happens.
3rd and long.
Any particular reason that's going on, that particular situation's been troublesome?
It seems like one was a blown coverage. I think BYU was a blown coverage. Missed tackles, I believe. I don't know the theme behind it, but it seems to be hurting us at times. And it's at times. I mean, it hasn't been every 3rd and long, but, at times.
For you guys, I know that you said take pride with maybe getting in those situations where you're backed up, but, to have it happen, it was like 3 drives in a row there.
Right.
How much more difficult does it come to try to, deal with that situation time after time after time?
To me, it's your job. How I look at that game is, to me, you had 2 of the better defenses in the conference, and I thought their defense played a lot more aggressive than our defense, and I'm just being honest with you. So, with the turnovers and all that, hey man, that is what it is. But they somehow got 8, and we didn't get any. So I don't look at what our offense is doing or they'll handle that. I look at what we're doing on defense, and I thought their defense came to play. They were fired up to play, and I don't care if it's at their place and sold out crowd or whatever, but that football team was fired up to play that night, and ours wasn't.
How much, it seems like a lot of your defensive success this year has been you guys, once again, kind of dictating almost what the offenses will do, stopping the run and forcing them to pass, but kind of the way that game went, it was almost the exact opposite of that. And how hard does it become to create turnovers and do what you guys want to do when that's the case, I guess?
It was tough because, he obviously had, he had everything that he could run. He had, so when I thought he was going to run it, he passed it. When I thought he was going to pass it, he ran the ball. So the game kind of worked in their favor a little bit as far as what they could do, but at the same time, we had our chances, and to me, once again, right, I said this last week, every week is different. And, once again, that word dominant, I've been asked so much about dominant defense. In those type of games is where you really show that you are dominant. When your offense is having a hard time as far as turning it over, it's your job to hold the team to field goals, at least hold them at 3 points. Like I said, 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times 6 is 42. You know what I mean? So, if you can hold them out of that end zone, that's huge.
You were saying that maybe the game kind of favored what they wanted to do on offense. How many times do you truly feel like you've been in that situation, in the last month, I'd say?
Probably not much. Our offense has done a great job of scoring, and they don't score, of holding the ball. So, it was a weird game, It was a weird game, to say the least.
You mentioned the aggressiveness, and at least to me, my amateur eye, it doesn't seem like you're maybe putting as much pressure or bringing as much pressure as maybe we've seen this team do in recent time. Is that I know earlier in the season you said you maybe hadn't brought a lot of pressure. Is there a reason for that, or what do you
Last
think?
game you talking about?
Just in the last game, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because the quarterback was a runner.
Okay.
And so when you bring that pressure, and now you're slanting guys out of gaps or something like that, you can get creased, and now you really don't know where the ball is being hit. So, like I said, their style of offense and the way the game was with them being up, they had their whole. He had everything he can run, and I think on the early, I think we had him second and long, and I brought a fire zone blitz, and they actually hit a crease on us. So, once again, if you're slanting guys out of gaps or you slanting guys to gaps and they hit a crease, now you're kind of scared to bring those fire zones, but you still have to bring some pressure.
You just won 4 in a row, then you lose one, and we ask all these negative questions. But the tackles for loss, the sacks numbers, that they are down maybe compared to last year. Is that as a result of some of the things you're having to do with the pressure, or could that group be playing better up front? Or?
I think they're playing good up front. I would say this: if you look at last year compared to our sack numbers and tackles for loss, those are down. But if you look at our total defense and points, those are up. So I'll take that any day. Once again, it comes down to us stopping the run. We didn't stop the run, and we'll get on that this week.
Hars was saying that you guys might be without Dante Dion here for a little while. What does that do to you guys on defense? And assuming that's going to be more of an opportunity for a kid like Tyler Horton.
Next man up. Like I said, after the season we went through in 14, injuries do not bother me. Because we were beat up last season and we found a way to win. So I don't use that as an excuse as far as how come we're playing and where we're playing. Who's ever out there, they've gone through the week of prep. What's funny is usually when we lose, I kind of look back at the week of prep, and there's always a day or two that you go, okay, we didn't have a good, a good day. Last week, we had a good week of preparation. We had a good week of prep. So, for whatever reason, the way we played, I don't understand it. I don't get it. We worked on tackling. We worked on cutting. We worked on coverage. We worked on the run fits. We worked on all that. But for some reason, it didn't go our way.
Talk about stopping the run. You're going to be facing one of the best running backs in the country.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit offensively about Colorado State.
Yeah. Wyoming. Yeah. Brian Hill, number 8. He's a tough running back. He runs hard. He makes guys miss. They run power counter. Inside zone. They're coming downhill. They have big old linemen. The quarterback off the run game, you're going to get run. And then off of that, you get the play action pass game off that. Tall receivers. They have one receiver that's 6'6", 6'2", 6'4", 6'1". So, they're going to have some height out there. Obviously, it will be a challenge. They just won this week, and so they're feeling pretty good about themselves, I bet.
Will Tyler start at corner, or are you competing that this week? Or how you
He's competing at corner. I don't know who will start this week at corner yet, but yeah.
Do you need to bring a true freshman back another true freshman into the mix to build your depth? Or are you going to be okay for a month without Dante?
I think we'll be okay. We haven't answered that yet, but yeah, we'll be fine.
Moxie this year seems like he's playing much better than he has in the past. So have you seen him kind of grow and step up this year? And obviously now he's kind of your number one guy for the next little while.
Right. He's played well. For me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I thought our defense has been playing well. What I don't want these guys to do, and this comes from our head coach, Coach Harsin, is we had a bad day. There's guys that are making a lot of money that have same days. You see it every Sunday with NFL guys with teams that you don't expect to beat certain teams. So, when it comes to 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Do I wish it didn't happen? Of course. But, it's our job to come back this week and get ready to go, I'm still the same. You know, we're getting back to work. You know, and this whole every week it's, you know, the new opponent, and so, you know, we're focused on that. But yeah, he's been playing well. I mean, as far as that corner spot, he's a guy that you've seen over time. You know, I think every week get better and better and better. And for him now, you know, he'll be the guy for us.
I know you're saying you look at the stats, the quarterback, running back, you know, their offensive stats, and even some of their defensive stats. I mean, it look a little better than a 1-6 team or whatever. I know that Coach Arson was saying he thinks they're a lot better than their record. I know sometimes that's coach speak, you know, when you're playing a team that's struggling. But do you feel like that maybe they're a better team than some folks are giving them credit for, or the record shows?
Of course, yeah, they're way better. I mean, they're well coached. You know, they got guys that can play. They play hard. You know, and so to me, if we come out and, you know, and we don't fit our gaps, you know, we don't do what we're supposed to do, then yeah, it can be a long day for us again.
We'll, you know, I don't know if you can say or not, but will Moxie do anything differently this week without Dante? I mean, does he?
No, he'll be the same.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
How have you seen, you know, obviously you guys made the decision to play Morton this year as a true freshman. How have you seen him grow? And I know that, was it 2 games ago, he got in early in the first quarter, but just how have you kind of seen him progress? And I guess the same goes for Raymond Ford as well.
Yeah, well, those are 2 guys that we felt like we needed to play for the future and for injuries, of course. So getting those guys in, I think, has helped us out. So now that they'll have a chance to play more, it's not like they haven't played in games. So now we'll get them going even more at this point.
Are these the moments where, again, a couple of those big victories are going to be beneficial because they're not just kind of thrown into the fire?
Right, exactly. You know, and they played a lot. And, you know, our whole thing here is, hey, with injuries, you know, to me it has to be the next man up. And, you know, you can't go into a woe is us or woe is me type thing. So, you know, we got to step up and play.
What did Dante bring to that defense? What will the defense need to replace with him?
Veteran, smart, you know, he's been hindered for a while too, you know, and I think it kind of hurt him not being able to go during the week, you know, the past few weeks. So, but he's just a veteran guy that knows the game. You know, I thought he was playing well with his technique this year and just kind of going to that next step. So, you know, he'll be around. I mean, you know, he's the type of player that even though he's not out there playing, he's going to help us out, help everybody out.
Practicing much the last few weeks?
No, he hasn't.
Not at all, or?
No, very limited.
Really?
Very limited for us, yeah. His practice.
It was a particular thing where he got hurt, or has it just been an accumulation of things?
Accumulation of things, yeah.
And then, did you guys lose Frazier in that game the other night as well?
No, he'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be back.
With I know you guys have been really good, and I'm assuming Dante's played a big role in it, obviously, but defending the pass downfield, I know that coming into the season, preventing the big play was a big storyline, and it's been a couple of times that you guys have got, you know, maybe exposed or whatever this year, but overall numbers are pretty down in those regards.
Yeah.
In terms of against the air, what's led to that success?
Better technique, better eyes, understanding the defense. You know, I think all those things up front. You know, I think we may not actually have as many sacks, but we're at least the quarterback is off his spot, which is the key. You know, half the time just having him off his spot.
2 more guys. No? Marcel, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.